Your Country 1039 KGRT, Sam Hunt and Kinfolk.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Our question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And our question of the day is not going to get political, okay? We are talking about elections, but we're not going to get political in that sense because, we just got to move forward on all of that stuff. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I was pretty happy with the amount of turnout that we had for people voting on Election Day yesterday. I think it was like 66.1% of those eligible to vote, those that were registered, that actually came out to vote. And that's actually a whole lot. That's statewide, mind you. I don't know the numbers for Tanyana County yet. Haven't got those yet. But, it makes you think that if you can vote, why don't you go out there and vote? And a lot of people say, they just can't make it for whatever reason. Well, this brings up that one question: should Election Day be a federal holiday? There's a new poll that found 70% of Americans think that it's a good idea. Only 15% say no, and another 15% aren't sure. 68% would rather take a step further and require all companies to give people paid time off to go ahead and vote. So not just a holiday, but like a paid holiday. And the counter argument is, do we really need it off now that early voting is a thing? Well, right now I think they're still waiting on some of the races, and sometimes they're too close to call and other things like that. But if it would actually help everybody get in their vote, because I've always said that when you vote, you are basically reserving your right to complain about things later. Win or lose, I let my feelings known, and therefore I can complain about things later. So that's what I think about, what it means to actually be able to vote. And, it's something that not a lot of people really get to do around the world. So all I can say is that I think it should be a federal holiday. I think we should get the day off on that one. And it should make it a lot easier for everybody who is eligible to vote to go ahead and do that. You can take your time with it. You don't have to worry about trying to vote during lunch hour or trying to vote after you get off work and staying there forever, or trying to make it in very early to some of those polling places before you get to work. If you have your time to take it during the day, you get up there, you take your time, you take a look at things, and then you get it done, in my personal opinion. But what about yours? Should Election Day be a federal holiday? That is what I'm asking you for our question of the day. Let me know your answers by giving me a call or sending that text, 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And, of course, we are live on our social media pages as well, Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, go ahead and let me know. Should Election Day be a holiday? Let me know your answers for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Okay, exclusively up on our social media pages. Like I said, I'm not trying to get political anyway, because I usually really try and avoid that. But, the idea of having this day off to go ahead and make sure that everybody has voted. So basically, what I'm saying is that if you have the day off, and even if it's a paid holiday for that day, no excuses about not getting in and not being able to vote. Did get a text message says, no, because the people that don't vote get a free day off. Now, if you can prove you're going to vote or voted, then maybe. Yeah, that's a good point right there. But I'm bringing this up because it always amazes me, the lack of participation that we get in most of our elections. Now, normally with a big general election and during a federal year with the president and everything else, we usually have a little bit more turnout for that. But just local elections, it always bugs me when I see some of the local elections or maybe even school board elections and other stuff. And it's like 20% of the people that are eligible to vote, voted. 20%. That's a small minority that is basically choosing a lot of things that happen for everybody around you, especially locally, for your city and county stuff, your school boards, all of that stuff. A small minority of people that are getting to choose everything that's going on. We've got to be more active in that. Maybe because I'm getting older or anything else, I have not missed a vote since I've been able to vote, but it's just one of those things that I do feel strongly about, because you have the right to vote. You should take advantage of that and go ahead and get it in. But like I said, if we had a day off, would it be better? Should Election Day be a federal holiday? Yeah, go ahead and let me know your answers. Once again, call them in or text them in 575-523-KGRT. Leave your comments down below. And in the meantime, let's take a look at what's going on in and around the world. Valerie Bertinelli and her boyfriend, Mike Goodenough, have split. I guess he wasn't good enough. That was horrible. Yeah. Let's see. Ryan Reynolds tells Variety magazine that he is writing a non-Marvel movie so that he can reunite with Hugh Jackman and director Sean Levy. He's writing a movie for himself, Hugh and Sean. To do that, it is not Marvel. So that actually would still be a whole lot of fun to get that whole group together. Former Friends star Matt LeBlanc has moved on to a new career. He's investing in a used car lot called RPM Motorcars in Los Angeles. Well, got to do what you got to do. Let's see. Sting and Jennifer Hudson are joining The Voice as mega mentors. Sting will assist coaches Snoop Dogg and Gwen Stefani, while Hudson will aid Michael Bublé and Reba McEntire's teams. That'll be interesting. Let's see. Prince's sister, Tyka Nelson, has passed away at the age of 64. That's sad right there. But, can hang out with her brother. And I think I talked about this before, that college students receiving Legos, coloring books, and self-care sweets that would also include hot cocoa and cookies with milk, just so they can go ahead and cope with the stress of elections. Well, I'll be honest with you. Anytime to get some hot cocoa in, that's a good thing for sure. So once again, let me know your answers for our question of the day. There was a new poll that said 70% of Americans think that it is a good idea to go ahead and have Election Day off. Let's see. Corey just said no. The day after election should be a federal holiday. So not the day of the election, but the day after, right, Corey? Okay. Yeah. I guess that would be for recovery in some aspect, one or another. But I don't know. I still think Election Day would be a good one to go ahead and do that. And maybe put it on Monday so people get a 3-day weekend and you get the vote. That's, I'm just saying, just give people the opportunity right there and get more of a percentage of people out there voting, because it always upsets me when I hear how small that percentage of the electorate actually gets out there and decides everything for everybody else. Think about that one, right? So go ahead and let me know, once again, your answers for our question of the day. Should Election Day be a federal holiday? Call them in, text them in, leave your comments down below for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.